Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I asked ChatGPT to create a homemade dog food recipe that was balanced and nutritious for my girl, Sable. Sable is a 12-year-old chocolate Labrador. She's had 2 ACL surgeries, she's got arthritis, so she's a senior, and she's got a little different needs. So I asked ChatGPT to create a balanced meal for Sable, and this is what she came up with. All right, so let's start with the basics. This is the ingredients, the whole food ingredients. This is gonna be a 7-day recipe for a 73-pound chocolate Labrador. We're gonna start with 7 pounds of chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. The extra fat is good for Sable in her senior years, joints and her coat and stuff like that. So that's why we're going with thighs, for the extra fat. 1 cup of chicken livers, 1 pound of white rice dry, and it makes about 10 cups cooked. A frozen bag of carrots, frozen bag of spinach, 16 ounces each. You can do raw, and in that case, it's gonna be 3 cups of raw diced carrots, and what did it say? 2 cups of fresh spinach. But if you go frozen, just 1 bag of each makes it easier. Boom. ChatGPT suggests 14 tablespoons of salmon oil for joints, the omega-3s. So that comes to about just under a cup. All right, 4 tablespoons equals 1/4 cup. So do the math, it's just under a cup. And then ChatGPT said, iodized salt, just a teaspoon. So I have iodized salt here. And these are the basics. Now, I've already cooked the rice, so I don't have to do that. I like to do it separately because when I put it in the Instant Pot, it tends to give me burn notices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything but the rice into the Instant Pot. So, and then the carrots and the spinach. Try not to make a mess. Ingredients are precious. We don't want to lose them. All right. The oil and the salt we'll put in later on, along with the rice, again, later on. Right now we're gonna focus on this raw chicken and vegetables. We are going to add some water. I like to add the water, and it's just a matter of covering the vegetables so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot when it's cooking. All right, so always add water to the pot. All right, and from here, we add the pot to the cooking mechanism. All right, close her up. I do 5 minutes. I think that's perfect for cooking the chicken. This will take a little while to cook. All right, and we'll put this aside and let it cook. All right, boom. I'm gonna cook it all up in one big batch. If you can cook chicken and rice, you can cook this recipe. It's so easy. All right, so let's move on to the rest of the steps that ChatGPT suggests. Okay, so according to ChatGPT, this is where the magic happens to make this a complete and balanced meal for your pup. All right, so the missing essential vitamins is calcium, zinc, copper, magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin E, and B complex. You're missing those vital nutrients with this the way it is, all right? All right, so you have a couple options. ChatGPT gave me a couple options. One, you can go out and buy all the different vitamins, measure them all out, jar it, and then add it to the food daily. Very simple, only takes a few minutes. Or you could go and buy pre-packaged vitamin packs like I do. If you've watched any of my past videos, I currently use Farmer's Dog. If you made your own mix, it would cost you 25 cents a day, but you have to mix it yourself and you actually have to go through all the work. If you buy a pre-mixed, Farmer's Dog's about $1 a day. So it all depends, all right? I'm familiar with the Farmer's Dog, so that's what I use. If you're interested in trying Farmer's Dog, click on the QR code or in the link or in the description below. I'll leave a link where you can order Farmer's Dog vitamin pack and Every little bit that you order helps the channel and keeps Sable eating well. So consider that if you decide to do it. Now again, this was designed for Sable and her weight and age and health needs and requirements. So if I was to make this for her, the recipe that ChatGPT gave me was a 7-day dry vitamin mix, and I'll put it up on the screen. Finely ground baked eggshell powder, 17.5 grams, a zinc glucoconate, 10 milligrams, copper glucoconate, 10 milligrams, magnese glucoconate, 10 milligrams, and a low dose of human B complex, 7 capsules. Mix it all together, and 1 teaspoon a day mixed into your pup's dog food. All right, so it's a little bit of work, but if you want to make your vitamin pack, you can do it yourself, and then you'll be sure that your homemade recipe is a complete and balanced. But here's where it gets interesting. I said to ChatGPT, what if I don't have these ingredients? What if I don't want to go out and buy these ingredients? Can I do it with just food alone? And this is what she said. Yes, you can do a recipe with just ingredients, whole foods alone, but you're only going to get, according to ChatGPT, 90% of the way there balanced and nutritious. The reality check, it's 100% food-based, no powders, no pills. The limitations, zinc, manganese, and vitamin E are slightly deficient long-term. Vitamin D is marginal for large breeds, such as Sable. Nutrient variations between fish, eggs, and greens means daily values swing. You'd need a lab to verify that it was balanced, okay, if you just did raw foods. But ChatGPT did give me a recipe, and the recipe is very familiar. Boneless chicken thighs, whole eggs with the shell, sardines and water, cooked white rice, sweet potatoes, spinach, blueberries, seaweed flakes, and olive or salmon oil. And that would be a 90% balanced, and would vary by recipe. There's no guarantee that you're getting everything. But this is the same exact recipe that I've been making for years. So I've been 90% there, and until recently, when I started working with Farmer's Dog and meeting and talking with them, did I realize that I was missing some key nutrients. So I can either go out and buy the vitamin packs, or I can mix my own, as I've shown here today. How it's done is completely up to you. Do you want the convenience of just buying a pack and dumping it into the finished product? Or would you like to mix your own and play a mad scientist? Either way, if you want the recipe to be complete and balanced, this is the way to do it. So ChatGPT is really smart. I love it. All right, so now let's continue on with the ChatGPT recipe. The ground chicken and vegetables have completed cooking. And then all it's left to do now is mix it. All right, take a look at that. Let's get this out of the way. All righty. Not only that, I'm losing all my shit. I made a mess. It's par for the course, huh? All right, let's try this again. All right, so now that we have the ground chicken and vegetables, I'm just gonna break it up a little bit. And here we're gonna add the rice from earlier, the oil, and the salt. We wanna mix this all together. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. Hi. How you doing, huh? Cooking some food. All right, so once you mix all the whole food together, the only thing left to do now is add your nutrient mix, whether you make it yourself or buy it. This is where we're gonna add it. I, as I've said earlier, use Farmer's Dog. I love the convenience. I also know that it's designed by nutritionists at Farmer's Dog, so it's completely balanced every time, just by adding the vitamin pack. And it's a lot less work, all right? So I'll leave the QR code or the link below if you'd like to try this out. As I said, this was a 7-day, so a 7-day recipe needs 2 vitamin packs from Farmer's Dog in this case. So I just add it in and then mix it in. All right, so after it's all mixed together, now we just portion it together. This makes 7 days worth of food. So I've got seven deli cups that I'm going to fill up, making this portioned out daily. Okay. Holy crap, Batman. Oof. Ha. 7 portions, 7 days, easy peasy, just like that. I'll leave 3 days worth of food in the fridge and I'll put the remaining in the freezer and it'll stay nice and safe until I'm ready to use it and defrost. So the question remains, did ChatGPT nail the dog food recipe, making it complete and balanced? I fed her the information and she gave me a complete and balanced recipe for homemade dog food for Sable. I don't have to worry. And I have choices. I can either mix my own vitamin mixture, and I know exactly what's in it, cost savings, a little bit of work. Or I can buy the vitamin packs directly from Farmer's Dog or any other company out there who might be doing something similar. The convenience to me is worth it. I use Farmer's Dog, it's convenience, and it just makes sense. It's balanced, it's cost effective, and it's more satisfying than dry kibble. The only thing left to do right now is to see how Sable likes it. Let's give her a taste and see what she thinks. All right, I gotta admit, on film days when I do all this, I make this usually earlier in the day, and Sable, she smells it as I'm cooking it and filming it and I'm showing it, and she's been she's been asking for this for a long time now. She's finally gonna get fed. Are you ready, girl? Let's get you some food. I am so sorry that I made you wait so long. All right, so here is the fresh food that we just cooked today. All right. Now let's see how she likes it. Whoop. Oh, we almost knocked you over, huh? Oh, you're drooling already. All right. I don't know. She loves it every time. Well, there you have it, folks. Another successful homemade dog food recipe designed by ChatGPT. AI, man. Gonna put me out of a job. If you've got any questions or you want me to ask ChatGPT for any other recipes or treats or something, let me know, comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? I make videos every week. Subscribe for Sable.